Hello, and welcome to Healthy Aging Blueprint. I'm truly grateful you're here. On this channel, we explore simple, powerful ways to care for your body, nurture your mind, and live with purpose at every stage of life. Wherever you're watching from, I wish you good health, peace, and lasting happiness. If you find value in today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a step on your journey to aging well. Do you stumble to the bathroom 4, 5, or even 6 times a night, barely able to rest between interruptions? Do you wake up feeling more tired than before you went to bed, wondering if this constant cycle is just what aging feels like? What if those sleepless nights were actually your body's way of warning you about a deeper issue you've been missing? You're not alone. And more importantly, this isn't something you should simply accept as normal with age. Waking up frequently to urinate at night, medically known as Nocturia, is often a red flag that something more serious is going on. It's your body sounding the alarm, and it could be linked to problems with your bladder, prostate, kidneys, or even your heart. This repeated disruption doesn't just steal your sleep. Over time, it can increase your risk of heart disease, impair memory, and leave you dealing with relentless fatigue. And the longer it continues, the more it chips away at your health and overall quality of life. In this video, we're breaking down the top 8 hidden reasons why you may be waking up to pee so often. Some of them are simple everyday habits that you can adjust. Others are silent health warnings you simply can't afford to ignore. So stay with us through to the end, because the number one cause on this list is something most seniors would never even think to suspect. And once you understand it, addressing that root cause could dramatically improve your sleep, boost your daily energy, and may even help protect your long-term health. Let's begin the countdown and take the first step toward reclaiming your restful nights. Before we dive in, your support means a lot. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to keep learning about the keys to healthier aging, liking this video really helps us keep going. If you haven't subscribed yet, we encourage you to hit that button and turn on the bell so you won't miss future videos. And we'd love your feedback. If you found this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If you think we can improve, comment 0 so we can make it better for you. Now let's get into it. Starting with the first reason: overloading your bladder with evening fluids. Hydration is essential for overall wellness, especially for seniors. Adequate water intake helps regulate digestion, circulation, body temperature, and even cognitive function. But what many people overlook is that when you drink can be just as important as how much you drink. It's common for older adults to try and catch up on fluids in the evening, whether it's out of habit, after a busy day, or to wash down medications with a full glass of water. Some may simply enjoy a comforting cup of herbal tea as part of their nightly wind-down routine. While these practices may feel harmless or even beneficial, they can unintentionally overload your bladder right before bed, setting you up for multiple nighttime wake-ups. While these habits may seem harmless, they can quietly disrupt one of the most important foundations of health: your sleep. Even though the kidneys slow down overnight, they still continue filtering fluids. When you consume a large volume of liquids in the evening, your bladder can fill up quickly, right when your body is trying to rest and recover. For many seniors, sleep is already more fragmented due to natural changes that come with age. Adding frequent bathroom trips into the mix can lead to a cycle of poor sleep quality, chronic sleep deprivation, and constant fatigue. And it doesn't stop there. Those restless nights can spill over into your day, affecting your energy, mood, and even your balance. For older adults, waking up multiple times and walking to the bathroom in the dark can increase the risk of dangerous falls. So what's the solution? It starts with a more strategic approach to hydration. Instead of loading up on fluids in the evening, focus on getting most of your water intake earlier in the day. The general recommendation is 8 to 12 cups of water daily, roughly 64 to 96 ounces, but the exact amount can vary depending on your body size, how active you are, the climate you live in, and any existing health conditions. Begin your day with a full glass of water. Then continue sipping steadily throughout your morning and afternoon, during meals, between activities, or during short breaks. Try to finish the majority of your fluid intake by around 6 p.m. This gives your kidneys enough time to process fluids and helps your bladder settle before bedtime. If you take medications in the evening, avoid drinking a full glass of water unless your doctor specifically advises it. Often, just a small sip or two is enough to take your pills safely. And for those who enjoy a warm beverage before bed, choose a caffeine-free, bladder-friendly option, like a small cup of chamomile tea. Keep the portion small, just 4 to 6 ounces, to avoid triggering nighttime urgency. Also, pay attention to hidden sources of fluids that might sneak into your evening routine. Foods like soups, juicy fruits such as watermelon, or even smoothies can add to your total liquid intake more than you realize. While these foods are healthy, timing matters. Shifting them to earlier in the day can reduce pressure on your bladder at night. By making these simple yet intentional adjustments, you can significantly reduce nighttime bathroom visits. This means deeper, more restorative sleep, and waking up feeling refreshed, instead of worn out before the day even begins. If you're not sure how much fluid is right for your body, especially if you have conditions like kidney disease or heart failure that affect how your body handles water, be sure to consult with your healthcare provider. Personalized guidance can help you hydrate wisely without compromising your sleep or your health. Spending too much time sitting throughout the day is more common than we think, especially in today's world. It's easy to lose track of time when you're deeply absorbed in a good book, catching up on your favorite TV show, working on a relaxing hobby like knitting, or enjoying long conversations with loved ones. While these moments are enjoyable and often meaningful, for seniors, prolonged periods of sitting or reclining can have unexpected consequences, especially when it comes to bladder health and sleep quality. When you sit still for hours, gravity pulls fluid down into the lower parts of your body, particularly the legs, ankles, and feet. This pooling of fluid, known as dependent edema, often builds gradually and may not be immediately noticeable during the day. Many people don't experience discomfort or visible swelling, so they assume nothing's wrong. But the challenge often begins when you lie down at night. As your body shifts into a horizontal position, that fluid that's been quietly collecting in your lower limbs re-enters your bloodstream. This sudden shift can overwhelm your kidneys, which respond by ramping up urine production, right when you're trying to sleep. The result? Multiple bathroom trips throughout the night, each one cutting into your sleep cycle and leaving you groggy, irritable, and more fatigued in the morning. Over time, this disruption can snowball into chronic sleep deprivation. And that's not a minor inconvenience. Long-term lack of quality rest can impair cognitive function, weaken your immune system, and even impact your emotional well-being, contributing to a diminished overall quality of life. So what can you do to counteract the effects of too much sitting? The answer lies in movement. Incorporating gentle, regular activity throughout the day can help keep your circulation healthy and prevent fluid from settling in the lower parts of your body. You don't need to do anything strenuous, just small, consistent movements can make a noticeable difference. Try to stand up and move around every couple of hours. Aiming for a short 10 to 15-minute walk every 2 to 3 hours is a great way to keep your blood and fluids moving. Whether that's a slow stroll around your home, a few laps down the hallway, or a step outside into your yard, the goal is to break up long periods of stillness and support your body's natural rhythms. Isn't it amazing how something so simple, just standing and moving, can quietly protect your sleep and overall health? If walking isn't easy due to mobility issues, that doesn't mean you're out of options. There are still effective ways to get your circulation going. Try seated exercises like ankle circles, leg lifts, or gentle toe wiggles. These simple movements may seem small, but they help stimulate blood flow and reduce fluid retention. For those with more limited mobility, elevating your legs in the late afternoon, preferably for 20 to 30 minutes, can make a real difference. Aim for about a 45-degree angle, using pillows or a recliner to comfortably support your legs. This small adjustment helps redistribute fluid before bedtime, decreasing the chance of waking up repeatedly to urinate during the night. If you spend most of your day seated, consider setting a reminder on your phone or using a timer to prompt yourself to stand, stretch, or move briefly every hour. These micro breaks may feel insignificant, but they add up, helping your body reset and stay in rhythm. In some cases, your doctor might recommend wearing compression stockings. When used properly, they can help prevent fluid buildup in your legs and reduce swelling. These supportive garments gently encourage blood to flow upward rather than pooling in your lower extremities. Making these manageable changes doesn't just support bladder health, they also enhance your circulation, reduce discomfort, and can even improve your daily energy levels. When you're proactive about movement, you're not just helping your body feel better. You're actively minimizing nocturia, promoting better sleep, and waking up more refreshed. Of course, if you experience persistent swelling or discomfort in your legs, it's important to check in with a healthcare provider. Conditions such as heart failure, kidney disease, or other circulatory issues could be contributing to fluid retention, and they need to be addressed properly for your long-term health. If you're still watching and finding value in this video, please comment 1 below to let me know you're here with me. I truly appreciate your time. Now, let's look at another surprising contributor to nighttime bathroom trips: late-night snacking. For many people, having a small treat before bed is a comforting ritual. It might be a few salty crackers, a bowl of ice cream, or a handful of cookies to wind down the evening. But as enjoyable as these snacks may be, they can seriously interfere with your bladder and your sleep. Snacking on pretzels, chips, or other processed treats before bed may feel comforting, but the effects on your body can be far from harmless. These salty foods cause your body to retain water as it works to balance out excess sodium levels. That retained fluid doesn't just sit idle, it's eventually processed by your kidneys, often during the night, leading to more frequent urination and those frustrating midnight bathroom trips. Sugary snacks can also be a problem, especially desserts, candies, or sweetened beverages. For seniors, particularly those managing diabetes or blood sugar imbalances, these treats can irritate the bladder and disrupt sleep. When glucose levels run too high, the excess sugar spills into the urine. This increases the volume of urine your body needs to produce, heightening the urgency to go and making it harder to sleep through the night. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to dietary triggers, and those late-night indulgences can transform a peaceful evening into a restless cycle. Wake, urinate, try to fall asleep again, repeat. The outcome? Interrupted rest, daytime fatigue, trouble focusing, and even a higher risk of anxiety, irritability, or low mood. When this pattern continues night after night, it can slowly wear down your energy, motivation, and overall quality of life. What's the solution? It begins with rethinking your evening eating habits. Instead of reaching for salty or sugary snacks, make choices that are kind to your bladder and promote better sleep. Try to finish your last full meal of the day at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This gives your body enough time to digest properly and process fluids without overwhelming your bladder at night. If you do need a small snack before bed, reach for something high in protein and low in sugar and sodium. Foods that help maintain stable blood sugar without promoting water retention. Good options include a hard-boiled egg, a small handful of unsalted almonds or walnuts, a slice of lean turkey breast, or a modest portion of plain Greek yogurt. These foods are satisfying, gentle on digestion, and far less likely to trigger nighttime wake-ups. Also, steer clear of common bladder irritants in the evening. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, spicy dishes, and acidic fruits like citrus. And skip beverages like soda, juice, or sweetened teas at night. They might seem harmless, but they often contain sugar, caffeine, or acidity that can overstimulate the bladder and keep you from getting the rest you deserve. Certain foods and drinks can quietly aggravate the bladder. If you're unsure what might be affecting you, one of the most helpful things you can do is keep a food and symptom diary. Track your meals and snacks for 1 to 2 weeks, including what you ate, when you ate it, and how often you woke up during the night to urinate. This simple habit can reveal surprising patterns. Maybe it's a specific fruit, a late-night drink, or even something you assumed was harmless. With this information in hand, you and your doctor can pinpoint specific triggers and make smarter, more targeted adjustments. By making mindful changes to your evening routine and focusing on bladder-friendly eating habits, you can significantly reduce those unwanted nighttime trips to the bathroom. The reward? Deeper, more restorative sleep, and mornings where you wake up feeling alert, energized, and ready to start the day without dragging through it. Another major factor that can quietly sabotage your sleep? The timing of your medications. Many seniors take prescriptions to manage chronic conditions like high blood pressure, heart failure, or kidney disease. These medications are essential, but the time you take them can make a big difference, especially when it comes to your sleep quality. For example, diuretics, commonly known as water pills, help your body get rid of excess fluid and sodium. They're often used to treat conditions like edema, high blood pressure, and congestive heart failure. But there's a catch. Diuretics work by increasing urine output. When taken too late in the day, they can cause a rush of urine production just as you're trying to rest. That means more late-night trips to the bathroom and fewer hours of uninterrupted sleep. Some blood pressure medications, like ACE inhibitors or beta blockers, can also have mild diuretic effects or stimulate kidney activity. For seniors already coping with age-related changes in sleep, such as lighter sleep cycles or difficulty falling back asleep, these bathroom interruptions can create a vicious cycle. The result is not just a tired morning, but an ongoing pattern of chronic fatigue, reduced mental sharpness, and a lower sense of well-being. So what's the solution? Talk to your healthcare provider about adjusting your medication timing. With their guidance, you may be able to shift certain prescriptions to earlier in the day, ideally 6 to 8 hours before bedtime, so your body can process any excess fluid well before you lie down. For medications like diuretics or those with diuretic effects, morning or early afternoon doses are often better tolerated and less likely to interfere with your sleep. However, it's critical never to change your medication schedule on your own. The timing of each dose can impact both how well the medication works and how safe it is. That's why any changes should always be made in consultation with your doctor. To prepare for that conversation, keep a detailed journal for 1 to 2 weeks. Record when you take each medication, what symptoms you experience afterward, and how often you're waking up to use the bathroom. This data will help your healthcare provider make precise recommendations tailored to your body's rhythms and your specific health needs. Keep a daily log of when you take each medication, how many times you wake up during the night to urinate, and how rested you feel the next morning. This simple record can reveal patterns that you might otherwise overlook, and it gives your doctor valuable insights into whether the timing of your medications is contributing to your nocturia. In some cases, your healthcare provider may also suggest alternative medications or adjusted dosages that are less likely to interfere with your sleep. The goal is to maintain the effectiveness of your treatment while minimizing nighttime disruptions. Additionally, be mindful of other medications, including those for diabetes or even over-the-counter sleep aids. Some of these can indirectly affect your bladder or interfere with normal kidney function, depending on when they're taken. By working closely with your doctor and making thoughtful, medically guided adjustments, you can reduce those frustrating bathroom trips, protect your rest, and enjoy better overall health and energy during the day. Another key factor that often goes unnoticed is the importance of recognizing early warning signs related to prostate or bladder health. Frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, is often brushed off as a normal part of aging. But sometimes, it's a warning sign that something deeper needs attention. For men, one of the most common causes is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. This is a non-cancerous enlargement of the prostate gland that becomes increasingly common with age. As the prostate grows, it can begin to press against the bladder, or urethra. This pressure can result in a variety of symptoms: a weak or slow urine stream, the constant feeling of needing to go, or a sensation that your bladder isn't fully empty, even if very little urine comes out. For women, nocturia may be linked to weakened pelvic floor muscles, often caused by childbirth, hormonal changes from menopause, or the natural loss of muscle tone over time. These changes can lead to urgency, stress, incontinence, or symptoms of an overactive bladder. What happens if these signs are ignored? Over time, untreated issues can lead to more serious complications, such as chronic bladder irritation, recurrent urinary tract infections, and continued sleep disruption. And the longer poor sleep continues, the more it can affect your mental clarity, mood, and even your physical strength and balance. That's why early attention to these symptoms is so important, not just for your bladder health, but for your sleep, your brain, and your overall quality of life. The best approach is to be observant. Notice any changes in your urinary habits, no matter how subtle, and don't be too quick to assume that it's just a normal part of getting older. There's real power in paying attention early. If you're noticing signs like dribbling after urination, difficulty fully emptying your bladder, or the lingering sensation that something isn't quite right, don't ignore them. These are signals that deserve prompt attention. Schedule a visit with your healthcare provider as soon as possible to begin identifying the cause and mapping out the right path forward. For men, your doctor may suggest specific diagnostic tests to evaluate prostate health. These can include a prostate-specific antigen, PSA, blood test, a digital rectal exam, or an ultrasound to check for prostate enlargement or other abnormalities. For women, a pelvic exam or urodynamic testing may be recommended to assess bladder function or the strength of pelvic floor muscles. Treatment options depend on the root cause, but often include simple, manageable steps. For women, pelvic floor exercises such as Kegels can strengthen muscles and reduce urgency. Medications may be prescribed to relax an overactive bladder or shrink the prostate for men. In some cases, if symptoms persist or become severe, minimally invasive procedures may offer long-term relief. What matters most is acting early. Taking steps now can prevent future complications, ease symptoms, and improve your sleep and quality of life. One helpful tool is a bladder diary. Use it to track how often you go to the bathroom, how urgent the feeling is, the approximate volume of urine, and whether you experience discomfort. This record provides valuable insights that you and your doctor can use to fine-tune your treatment plan. By staying alert to changes and taking action sooner rather than later, you're not just cutting down nighttime trips to the bathroom, you're protecting your overall bladder health, improving your sleep, and preserving your peace of mind in the long term. If you're still with me and finding value in this video, please comment 2 below to let me know you're here and engaged. Thank you again for sharing your time with me today. Now let's move into something that surprises many people: hidden caffeine. You may already avoid your afternoon coffee or skip espresso after lunch, thinking you've done your part. But what if caffeine is sneaking into your evenings without you even realizing it, keeping your bladder stimulated and your sleep disrupted? Caffeine, a known bladder irritant, doesn't just come from the obvious cup of coffee. It hides in places you might not expect. You might not suspect it, but caffeine is hiding in more than just your morning coffee. It lurks in black and green teas, energy drinks, sodas like cola, and even in your favorite sweet treats, chocolate bars, ice cream, and certain desserts. It doesn't stop there. Many over-the-counter medications, such as pain relievers and cold remedies, also contain caffeine. This makes it incredibly easy to consume without even realizing it, especially in the evening. Caffeine has a twofold impact on your body. First, it's a diuretic, meaning it stimulates your kidneys to produce more urine. Second, it irritates the bladder lining, increasing sensitivity and triggering a stronger, more urgent need to urinate. For older adults, who often already have more delicate bladder function due to changes in muscle tone and nerve signaling, this combination can be especially disruptive. It's not just about how much caffeine you consume. It's also about when you consume it. Even small amounts can make a big difference, particularly if your body processes caffeine more slowly with age. If you find yourself waking up often at night, unable to fall back asleep, caffeine could be quietly working against your efforts to rest. So, what's the fix? It's time to become a caffeine detective. Start reading labels on drinks, snacks, and medicines with extra care. Watch for ingredients like caffeine, guarana, or cola nut. These are hidden sources that may be keeping your bladder active well into the night. To improve your sleep, aim to eliminate caffeine after 3 p.m. This gives your body enough time to metabolize it before bedtime, since it can linger in your system for 5 to 10 hours, depending on your metabolism. Instead of reaching for coffee or tea late in the day, try soothing, bladder-friendly alternatives. A cup of chamomile tea can calm your nerves, while a small glass of warm milk offers tryptophan to support natural relaxation. Herbal teas like peppermint or rooibos are also excellent caffeine-free choices. And if you're still uncertain whether caffeine is affecting your nights, consider keeping a simple diary of what you eat and drink and how it correlates with your sleep. These insights can help you pinpoint hidden triggers and make smarter choices that support your rest and bladder health. Consider keeping a detailed food and drink journal for at least a week. Jot down everything you eat and drink, when you consume it, and how often you find yourself waking up at night. This simple habit can uncover surprising patterns, like that innocent piece of chocolate after dinner, or a cup of decaf coffee that still contains trace amounts of caffeine. These seemingly harmless choices might be subtly disrupting your sleep. With this awareness, you'll be able to make smarter, more informed decisions about what to avoid as bedtime approaches. By cutting out even small sources of late-day caffeine, you give your bladder a break and create the conditions for deeper, more peaceful sleep, leaving you feeling more energized and clear-headed when morning comes. Now, let's talk about a hidden culprit that affects millions of seniors without them even realizing it: uncontrolled blood sugar. Even if you haven't been formally diagnosed with diabetes, elevated glucose levels can silently disrupt your sleep night after night. When your blood sugar is too high, often from eating refined carbohydrates, sugary snacks, or from a lack of physical activity, your kidneys step in to flush out the excess. This natural process leads to more urine production, which explains why you're suddenly waking up multiple times to use the bathroom. What makes this particularly tricky for older adults is that mild blood sugar fluctuations might not cause noticeable symptoms during the day. Instead, they show up in the form of restless nights, repeated bathroom visits, and an overall decline in sleep quality. Have you ever had a carb-heavy dinner, maybe a plate of white pasta or a few slices of bread, followed by a restless night? It's not a coincidence. These spikes can also be triggered by emotional stress or long hours of inactivity, both of which reduce the body's ability to manage glucose efficiently. Over time, if left unmanaged, high blood sugar can do more than just rob you of sleep. It can put extra stress on your kidneys, contribute to systemic inflammation, and significantly raise your risk of developing prediabetes or full-blown type 2 diabetes. And because insulin sensitivity tends to decline with age, seniors are especially vulnerable to this hidden cycle. These effects can intensify with age, making it even more important to take proactive steps. The fix? The key lies in stabilizing your blood sugar, not only to calm your bladder, but also to significantly improve your quality of sleep. Begin by focusing on balanced, nutrient-dense meals, especially during dinner. Choose foods that are rich in fiber and have a low glycemic index, so they release glucose more gradually into your bloodstream. Think of leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, whole grains such as oats or quinoa, and hearty legumes like lentils and chickpeas. These foods provide steady energy and prevent those late-night glucose spikes that can trigger bladder activity. Don't forget to pair these meals with lean proteins like grilled chicken, fish, or tofu, and include healthy fats such as avocado, nuts, or a drizzle of olive oil. This well-rounded approach helps keep blood sugar levels in check long after your meal is over. Meanwhile, it's wise to avoid sugary drinks, processed snacks, and refined carbohydrates in the evening. These can cause sharp rises and crashes in glucose, putting extra stress on your kidneys during the hours when your body should be winding down. To get a clearer picture of how your body is managing sugar, talk to your healthcare provider about getting an HbA1c test. This measures your average blood glucose over the past 2 to 3 months and can reveal underlying issues you might not be aware of. A fasting glucose test or even continuous glucose monitoring may also be recommended for deeper insights. In addition to diet, incorporate physical activity into your routine, especially after meals. Something as simple as a gentle 15-minute walk after dinner can boost insulin sensitivity and help regulate blood sugar throughout the night. This not only lessens the burden on your kidneys, but also reduces those annoying nighttime bathroom visits, allowing for deeper, more restorative sleep. And if you're still here, following along and learning with us, please comment the number 3 below to let me know you're still watching this video with me. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Nighttime urination, also known as nocturia, can sometimes point to a deeper issue: your heart. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently, often due to heart failure or reduced cardiac function, excess fluid can start to accumulate in your body during the day. You might notice this as swelling in your legs, ankles, or feet. Then, when you lie down at night, gravity no longer keeps that fluid down in your lower extremities. Instead, it redistributes throughout your body, particularly toward your kidneys. And what happens next? Your kidneys kick into high gear, processing the fluid into urine. The result? An overwhelmed bladder that wakes you up again and again, robbing you of the sleep your body desperately needs. But here's the important part. This isn't just about poor sleep. It could be one of your body's early warning signs of a more serious heart condition. In older adults, symptoms like persistent swelling in the legs, chronic fatigue, feeling breathless when lying flat, or even a sensation of heaviness in your limbs can indicate your heart is struggling to circulate blood effectively. These issues may be the result of age-related cardiac changes or underlying conditions like high blood pressure or coronary artery disease that haven't yet been diagnosed. That's why ignoring these symptoms can be risky. Left unaddressed, they can lead to worsening heart health and increased complications over time. The good news? Taking early action can make a big difference. If you find yourself waking up 4 or more times each night to urinate, don't brush it off as just another inconvenience of aging. Talk to your healthcare provider. Describe your symptoms clearly and ask for specific tests. An echocardiogram can assess how well your heart is functioning, while a BNP, B-type natriuretic peptide, blood test can help detect signs of heart failure. Be sure to also report any shortness of breath, chest tightness, or noticeable swelling in your hands, legs, or feet. The earlier you catch these signs, the better your chances of managing the condition effectively and protecting both your heart and your sleep. Heart conditions, when detected early, are often manageable with the right care and timely medical support. In the meantime, there are several heart-healthy habits you can begin today to improve circulation and reduce fluid buildup that contributes to nighttime urination. Try elevating your legs for 15 to 30 minutes during the day. This helps encourage fluid movement out of the lower extremities. Cutting back on sodium in your meals is another key step, as too much salt causes your body to retain water, making the problem worse. Incorporate gentle physical activity, such as daily walks or swimming, if your doctor approves. These movements support heart function and improve blood flow throughout your body. If your physician has prescribed treatments like diuretics or medications that support cardiac strength, be sure to follow those instructions carefully. When you take care of your heart, you're not just easing your bladder, you're protecting your overall health. Better circulation leads to fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper sleep, and more energized mornings. That's the kind of transformation that ripples into every part of your life. And there you have it, the 8 surprising reasons behind your frequent nighttime bathroom visits, along with simple but powerful steps to help you reclaim your rest. From rethinking your hydration habits to keeping an eye on your heart, each change brings you closer to more peaceful nights and more vibrant, fulfilling days. So, what stood out to you today? Was it a new insight about evening snacks, movement, or maybe the connection between your bladder and your heart? Whatever it was, we'd love to hear it. Share one practical takeaway in the comments that you're planning to apply to your routine. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. If you found value in this video, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more supportive tips to help you sleep better, live stronger, and age with confidence. Wishing you abundant health, happiness, and peace. And remember to subscribe to the Healthy Aging Blueprint channel. Let's continue this journey together.